There are three main categories of cross-site scripting vulnerabilities: stored cross-site, reflected cross-site, and DOM-based cross-site scripting. Stored cross-site scripting attacks are also called persistent cross-site scripting. It is the most damaging type of cross-site scripting attack. The attacker injects a malicious script, also called a payload. The payload is stored permanently on the target application, such as a database, blog, message board, in a forum post, or in a comment field. The cross-site scripting payload is then served as part of a web page when victims navigate to the affected web page in a browser. Once victims view the page in a browser, they will inadvertently execute the malicious script. The next is reflected cross-site scripting. Is the most common type of cross-site scripting vulnerability. In this type of attack, the attacker must deliver the payload to the victim. The attacker uses phishing and other social engineering methods to lure victims to inadvertently make a request to the web server. That includes the cross-site scripting payload script. The hypertext transfer protocol response that is reflected back includes the payload from the HTTP request. The victim then executes the script that gets reflected and executed inside the browser. Because reflected cross-site scripting isn't a persistent attack, the attacker must deliver the payload to each victim. The third one is DOM-based cross-site scripting. DOM-based attacks are advanced ones made possible when the web application's client-side script writes user-provided data to the DOM. The web application reads the data from the DOM and delivers it to the browser. If the data isn't handled correctly, the attacker is able to inject a payload that will be stored as part of the DOM. The payload is then executed when the data is read back from the DOM.